What's going on, guys? Auzio here, and welcome back to a brand new video. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to score in FIFA 22 because I know right now there's a lot of people struggling to put that ball into the back of the net, and I was in the same situation. I couldn't do it to save my life. I was looking at the keepers put out the most craziest of saves I've ever seen in FIFA, but then I took my time to learn the angles. I took my time to see what shots I can take at those angles, and all of a sudden, I was scoring goal after goal after goal. Now, before we get into the video, I want to tell you guys to turn on time finishing. Please turn on time finishing. It's not like how it was in 21. It's not like how it was in 20, where time finishing kind of just got pushed to a side. No, I'm talking about FIFA 19 kind of time finishing, where you 100% need it in this game right here. Now, if you don't know how to time finish, let's say this is your first year, I definitely do advise, obviously, turning it on, going on to squad battles, going on to like beginner difficulty, and just going for power shots and just trying to time them green, and go for finesse shots as well and try to time them green. That's how I learned it. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I went on to squad battles, I went on beginner difficulty, and I was just going power shot after power shot after power shot, making sure it was green, and I did the same with finesse shots. That's how I learned it, and I definitely do advise that's how you guys learn it as well. But let's get straight into it, starting off on what shots you should be taking inside the box. Now, inside the box, I've tried low driven, finesse shots, power shots, and for me, the most effective way of scoring is green time power shots. Now, just not green timing it is not the greatest, I'm gonna be honest. Like, the difference between greening it and non-greening it is like, it's huge, literally huge, because I'm looking at the keepers pull out save after save after save when I'm not timing it, but when I'm timing it, it's finding the back of the net. And as you clearly can see, I'm not just doing this with Neymar or Messi, I'm doing it with Bamba, Dan James, Dembele, players that haven't really got that height of shooting stats, but got an okay amount, let's say. So yeah, inside the box, power shots, make sure to green time it. Now, when it comes down to outside the box, finesse shots. Finesse shots, finesse shots, finesse shots. That is literally it. I go for some crazy finesse shots in this video, and you're about to see them fly into the back of the net. Now, as you clearly can see, I'm not actually timing it, and if I am timing it, I'm not actually hitting it green. I'm hitting it white, which obviously is a mistake from me. This is when I didn't really, quote-unquote, perfect it, let's say. So yeah, non-timing finesse shots are still very, very good in this game, but I definitely do advise trying to green them, because as soon as you green them, you'll notice so many more end up in the back of the net. And look at this, I'm doing it with Mason Greenwood, and look at him find the back of the net, man. Mason Greenwood, out of all players, we got Ousmane Dembele here. This time, I'm actually going to green time it. Look how far that was. That was like 27, 28 yards out. This one being with Vinicius Junior, and it ends up finding the back of the net as well. This is what I mean, man. Like, the players that haven't really got that high of shooting stats are doing stuff like this. You don't need a Messi. You don't need a Ronaldo. You don't need an Mbappe. All you need is someone that's got an okay shooting ability, and you can score goals, literally left, right, and center. Look at that, Source. Out of all players, McTominay giving it a go. He ends up hitting a post. Martial giving it a go. He ends up putting it in the back of the net. Now, if you do it with players like Lionel Messi, you already know it's going to go in way, way more often. But yeah, that's the thing, right? You do it with Messi, you do it with Mbappe, you do it with CR7. You know it's going to find the back of the net way more often than you are with like a McTominay. But that just makes sense. That literally makes sense. There's nothing to argue against there. But this one with Greenwood right here, being a very far distance as well. We green it, I believe. Yeah, this one actually ended up hitting the post. Now with Messi this time, the furthest one, by the way, I've ever actually done. That's the first one. I'm pretty sure that was like 31, maybe even being like 32 yards out. I could not believe that actually ended up in the back of the net, especially the pressure he was actually under. Now, when it comes down to Neymar, he's alright at it. I must admit, he's alright at it, but I haven't really been like using Neymar a ton. And when I am, I'm not really finessing with him a ton either. But yeah, you saw me do it at Saint Maximum there, and it flies in. So yeah, inside the box, power shots, make sure you green them. Outside the box, I would advise greening it, but if you can't, it is what it is. You can still take it, and it will end up in the back of the net time to time. Now, when it comes down to 1v1 opportunities, just like this, as you see, a simple ball roll around a keeper. It's worked for previous years, and it works this year as well. Now, the thing is, right, you have to perfectly time this. You have to make sure you do the ball roll at pretty much the perfect time, because if you don't, the keeper will come out, the keeper will collect the ball, and you will screw up the opportunities. Right here, I perfectly time it. Keeper dives way too early. I end up just collecting the ball. Now, if you aren't, let's say, confident with that timing, what you could possibly do is just chipping him. If the keeper comes running out, let's say your opponent brings him out, and you see it, just give it 2.5 bars of power, and the majority of the time it will go over the keeper. If you want to give it 3 bars of power, you can go ahead and do it, but in some occasions when I was giving it like 3 bars, I was noticing a lot that it was actually hitting the crossbar, and when I was giving it maybe a little bit more, it was actually going over the crossbar. So yeah, for me personally, I would just advise going for a ball roll around the keeper, but if you feel like there's not enough time to actually do it, just go for a simple chip. The reason I'm not power shotting this, by the way, or even going for like a finesse shot, is because I have noticed when the keeper's coming out like that and you power shot or even finesse shot, he actually still ends up pulling a save. Like, it's the most mind-blowing thing I've ever seen. But yeah, make sure you ball roll or actually chip it. Now, when it comes down to creating these kind of opportunities, what I would advise you guys to do is learn how to double A and learn how to double Y. Double Y and double A lifts the ball, and look how accurate it actually makes it. Like, it's literally onto the player. Look at this one. Double Y down the line. Perfect, straight onto the Saar. Saar kind of screws up the opportunity, but Junior gets it back. We double Y it again, or even a double A. Not sure 100% which one that was. And it's a clear-cut opportunity. This one as well, double Y. Neymar takes a perfect touch, and we're good to go. Make sure you know how to double A, and make sure you know how to double Y. It is literally amazing in this game, and I do it and I'm telling you guys, every single time. Same thing with Sterling there to Lionel Messi. He takes a touch perfectly, and we end up getting the finish. Double way again, this one from Williams. And this is the thing, right? You don't really need that high of passing stats. You really don't. Like, 70 short passing is more than enough. It's onto the player every time. Perfect power as well, and you're good to go. Neymar over to Mbappe this time. Mbappe just going for a full pelter towards that near post. But look at the stuff you can do when it comes down to perfecting, let's say, the green time finish. Look at this. Bro, if that doesn't remind you of FIFA 19, I really don't know what would. Because this is what people in FIFA 19 did so often. And look at this one, by the way. We all know how hard it is to green time a scorpion kick. And I somehow managed to do it, and it flew into the back of the net. This one, by the way, being an LBY. There's some opportunities you need to LBY and not double Y, because a double Y would get intercepted. But look at this one. Origi over to Arcadi. Out of all people, Arcadi. And look at that. Red timed. This is just something I've noticed as well. Maybe in some occasions I do end up screwing my opportunity and red timing it, and for some reason red timing actually goes in time to time. It's like, it's weird. It shouldn't, but it does. This one being with Fred, I didn't red time it, I whited it, but that should not go in. 100% that should not go in. And just obviously to end the video, I wanted to show you guys that I packed your boy Sancho. But yeah, inside the box, make sure to go for power shots and make sure to green time it. That is very, very important inside the box. Don't just go for normal power shots. They're going to be very inconsistent. Keepers are going to pull out saves left, right, and center. When it comes down to outside the box, if you don't want to time it, finesse shots are still perfectly fine. It's just they will go in way more often when you green time outside the box with a finesse shot. It will pretty much fly in. I wouldn't say every time. There's going to be opportunities you end up missing it, but, you know, it's more effective, let's say. But yeah, 1v1 opportunities, ball roll, go for a chip. I wouldn't advise finesse shotting it. I wouldn't advise power shotting it, because it just ends up being a save. It really does. But look how perfect this is. Sancho and Lingard in the same pack. Things you love to see. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like. Make sure to leave a comment. But for now, peace.